Yes, yes. What's going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins from Life and Transitions Experts Podcast, here with one of my good friends and awesome people, Javon Moore, who works with me through the Do REI deals, State Pro Service. Basically, when we're talking to sellers and even talking to buyers and helping them come up with some caring solutions to their property, this is the brother that's speaking to them. So I really appreciate you and all you do. How you doing, Javon?
Cool, brother. How you feel?
Oh, great, man. I feel awesome and great. And as you all know, we really believe in working on our craft, our skills. Javon's a very skilled uh, negotiator and person who just automatically can build rapport and usher sellers and folks along the process. And he don't get there by accident. We practice, we put in the work, So just like Kobe in the gym or anybody who's good at their skill, their profession, they're going to work on it. So highly encourage you all to do the same thing. And we're actually going to look at our sales process. Like, Javon, do you like have a script that you use, like a verbatim script that you use?
Sort of, kind of, but not really. I mean, simply because it all depends on the person. I mean, you kind of approach every person kind of differently. But however, the way I kind of do it is I kind of took bits and pieces from your talk off, from other talk offs that I've heard, and I kind of blended and made my own.
Right.
I mean, so I don't come off as like a salesman or a collector and when I actually call people. I mean, I call them and let them know, like, yeah, I basically have the information here. I'm how you doing? I'm calling. I'm actually wanting to speak to the owner of this property.
Yeah.
And then once they say, hey, I'm them. Well, how you doing today, Mr. Stanley, or whatever the case may be? My name is Javon with the State Pro Services, and I mean, I go from there.
So it's like, so a lot of people do ask, like, should I have a script or should I not? And the answer is, I feel like the same answer you just gave, yes and no. You do want a script, especially if you're starting out, to understand where you're going, but the script is not designed for you to sit there and read it off verbatim or even say it verbatim. It is to understand the process. And the sales process could take place in that 5-7 minute conversation. It could take place over 5 to 7 months or even years. So it really does require knowing where you're trying to steer the conversation without imposing and without, sounding so salesy, as Javon said. And so, folks, if you're looking for a script that you can use and internalize, just like Javon did, reach out to me, doreideals.com. I'd love to share with you a free script. And essentially, we're going to look at some of the main philosophies by looking at this I guess presentation that I put together. But let me pull it up. Hold on a second. All right, so this is an awesome book by Dr. Michael Pantalone. It's called Instant Influence. It is a way, he claimed, a way to get anyone to influence anyone, to motivate anyone in about 7 minutes. Some of the important things I want to highlight is that this is not about manipulating anyone at all. In fact, what I love about this piece, and you might really resonate with this, Javon, is that it really focuses on making sure that you are helping people maintain their autonomy as they make a decision. It is so important. People hate to be sold to, but they love to buy. And so with our conversation, our job is to be skillful question askers and framers and presenters to help the seller decide whether or not they're going to sell with us. Matter of fact, they're going to be trying to convince us to sell to them based on how we present this. So I want to just highlight a couple of things there. 3 of the guiding principles is, again, this is about them having the choice. It's great too, because you've heard us say before, like, we don't want to chase any deals. In fact, Javon and I are always, what they say, throwing away the deals. What that sounds like, it's like, hey, why not sell this? Why not list this? Hey, you should keep this. Or it sounds like you're having a good time with the tenant, and we're saying this in a way to jar them and see what they're going to say, but also because it is the right thing to do. We're trying to help them know that there's different ideas and options. Everyone already has enough motivation. We're not trying to convince anyone to sell a property. Like, I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm just helping them discover the motivation that they may already have. And focusing on any bit of motivation is way better than focusing on any resistance. And so these principles are for any type of behavioral change, whether you're trying to stop smoking or you're trying to, gain weight or lose weight, or you're trying to, spend more time with your family, things of that nature. This is overall, but we're looking at it specifically to seller leads, talking to sellers. And so the first question in it is, why might you change? That's overall. But if we were actually talking about, if we were actually talking through the lens of sellers, this may be, so why are you ready to sell? That's something we say a lot about, like, so what makes you ready to sell? And we're trying to figure out what makes them ready to sell, right? That's an important question to ask. That's already incorporated in your conversation. Matter of fact, it's one of the pillars when we're trying to feel like the reason for selling. Another way you do this, maybe the reverse way, is like, hey, why not? You may say, well, why not keep it? Okay, so what then? Okay, you're blah blah blah. They tell you this and all. Okay, so why are you ready to sell then? The next question. This may sound cheesy, but it's so important, man. I want us to really incorporate this into our conversations. In fact, we would love to role play and for you to bring this up, Devon, and for me to bring it up if time permits. But asking them, okay, all right, so so that sounds like you're ready to sell. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1, you're not really ready at all, and 10, man, you're ready to go today. What do you think your number is? Where are you? And whatever number they say, as long as it's between 2 and 9, if it's between 2 and 9, you're going to ask them, why didn't they pick a lower number? Not why didn't you pick a higher number? Why didn't you pick a lower number? So you see that's the focus on, it's already focusing on the positive, focusing on, because a lot of people expect you to say, okay, shoot, why? Oh, I hate that I misspelled number. That's gonna piss me off. But why did you pick a lower number, whatever that word is? Why do you pick a lower number? So they said 3. Oh, really 3? Why didn't you pick 2? Because what they're gonna do, that's gonna unearth even more motivation. Well, because I know I need to go ahead and get this done. So they're helping them again discover why, if they want to sell, why the reasons they want to sell. So why didn't you pick a lower number? Now, let's say they do pick a 1. Then you can say, okay, gotcha. Well, what would it take for you to go to number 2? What's the next step for you to go to number 2? That's important so we can know what they need to happen to go to number 2. Or you go back to a more commitment. All right, well, what's the next step for you? How ready are you to evict your tenant or raise the rent or whatever the situation is, go to a lower commitment? But quite often they'll pick a number between 2 and 9. Obviously they pick number 10. You still could ask, why do you pick a lower number? Sounds like they're ready, but so I guess 2 through 10 is when you would actually ask, why do you pick a lower number? And if they choose 1, either go to a lower commitment or ask what the steps need to get to number 2. Now, this is beautiful right here. This is called future pacing. This is beautiful, just science and all, helping people imagine putting themselves in that space. Quite often I say, what are you going to do with that money once you get it, or what, so helping people imagine they do change. Okay, so imagine that we did sell, everything went right. And this is a good way also to move away from numbers, especially if you're having a heated negotiation about the numbers. All right, let's put the numbers aside, but let's imagine that we did agree on the numbers, on the terms. Why is this good for? Why is it good for you to? So what are some of the positive things that's going to happen for you? So what are the positive outcomes? What are some of the positive things that will happen if you did sell? Cool. Then they're helping them think about, they're already visualizing, they're already putting themselves in that space. As we know, a thought held comes into form eventually. It's just congruency. That's how we operate. And number 5, this is really important because we are meaning-making people. Oh, cool. Okay, those are cool. Okay, so you'd be closer to your grandkids. Oh, what would that mean for you? So helping them can make a connection to that meaning. Why are these outcomes important to you? Is like the general way of saying it. Well, okay, awesome. You're able to get that, make that, have that funds. You're able to, purchase some new rentals. What does that mean for you? It gives me, freedom, cash flow. Helps me build my portfolio. Whatever the phrase is, helping them discover it. And then the next question is, all right, gotcha, cool. So, all right, if we agree on price and all that good stuff, we're good to go. So what's the next step, if any? And everybody at this point, they depending on the stage you're in the process, they're like, well, send me over a contract or send me over something, we'll get going. Or this, so there it is, the 6 steps right there. What I want to do is to practice and role play. I'm going to role play as the caller first, and then well, I'll role play as the buyer, and then we'll reverse roles if that's okay with you, Javon.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what's up.
All right, so I'm just gonna ring you in. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Javon, hey, this is Courtney. I'm calling about 316 Main Street.
316 Main Street. What about it?
Yeah, well, I'm the guy trying to buy the property over there. I was giving you a call back. I think Javon said I'd be calling you back, but sound like I caught you at a bad time here.
No, it's decent time. I'm on break.
Okay, cool. Well, it won't take too long. I was just giving you a call. Like I said, we're interested in buying over in that area. Javon may have told you, we buy based on the market value and condition of your situation. I'm sure you've already spoke to Javon about this, but can you just catch me up? What's going on with the property?
Well, it's a 3-bed, 2-bath property. I've put some work into it. Decided to go ahead and put it on hold for a little while. I mean, I can still actually continue to do it. However,
Okay.
funds permitting right now is it's more like it's just a whole project right now.
Sounds a whole project. I got you. So you're thinking about continuing to work on it, but it's a whole project right now.
Yeah.
I got you. So now I guess I should ask: are you interested in even selling? Are you interested in selling the property? Is that
for the right price? Yeah.
for the right price?
Yeah,
Got you.
fine.
Yeah. Hear that? Cool. Well, if you humor me, please. Like, I guess if we did it like on a scale of 1 to 10, and of course the right price is there. How ready are you with 1 not being ready at all and 10 being ready to go?
Say about a 7.
About 7. Okay, gotcha. A 7. Oh, and why 7? Why didn't you pick a lower number?
I mean, simply because I as I stated, I could still actually get the work done and do the work and place a tenant in it and make some decent money monthly. However, it's the fact of time of actually doing so. It's more of like I feel like I'll be losing a lot of money before I'm making a lot of money.
Man, I hear that.
Well, I got other properties that I could actually, kind of deal with. This one was one that I just placed on the back burner. I mean, simply because of the work that needs to be done.
Place on the back burner. I dig it. I dig it. So I guess if we did end up, buying this property from you, I mean, I hear you saying losing time and all this stuff. What would be, I guess, how would that, what would be like the change in your life? What would be some, I guess, the positives of us buying it from you?
I mean, one positive would be the money.
Yeah.
Getting the money and able to possibly put it into another unit where I'm already making money at, or a unit that I could possibly make money at.
Oh yeah. So you do a lot of investing around the city? Is it in Baltimore or?
Yeah, and then Baltimore mostly.
I dig it. Heck yeah. So shoot, if we did buy the property, you'd be able to use the funds to go into other projects. Why is that? I mean, is that what you do, or why is that important to you for the other projects? Why not, this project? Why is that important to you to have funds to go to other projects?
I mean, simply because of the fact I have a hard money lender, and a lot of the times I don't get as much from him as I would need. So I would kind of, need some money to sit back on just in case some things don't go the way that I expect them to go.
Gotcha. Okay. We got a hard money lender, so that would relieve that pressure right there. Well, I mean, I would love to look more deeply at the property and see if it actually fits our criteria and see if we actually agree on price. I guess what would be the next steps for you if for us to see if this works?
I mean, I would say the next step would possibly be, I mean, you could put in an offer, and if I like your offer, then I mean, we can get the ball on the road.
Sure. Sounds good. Sure, sounds good. And round what price were you thinking about? You said the right price. What's the right price for you?
I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot.
Yeah, I dig it. Well, how about this? What's not a right price? I'm sure you're getting a lot of calls. What's some of these low ball offers you're getting that you would not accept?
$45K. Definitely.
I got you. Heck yeah. Well, I guess next for us is really being able to see the property. Is there a lockbox or is there access, or how will we be able to check it out?
I can meet you there and I'll let you in.
Sure. All right. Well, that's what we'll do. Well, how about uh I'll be in the neighborhood later on today around 6. Are you there at 6 o'clock, or is that probably not work?
I can make it around 6:30.
6:30? Let me see.
Yeah.
Well, I can do this. All right. Well, how about this? I'll meet you out there at 6:30, and if for whatever reason, something changes or anything happens, feel free to contact me and reach out to me, and we just go from there.
All right, we can do that.
All right. Sounds cool, man. All right. Take care.
All right.
Oh man, I made some notes here. What'd you think? What were your thoughts?
I think you did a great job as far as kind of answering my questions and kind of, pushing me towards which way I want to go. As far as it was more of like you were trying to figure out, okay, where are we with this guy? Is he going to sell? Is he willing to keep it? I mean, let's figure out more of what he wants to do. His insight. And I mean, you did a great job with that. There was something else that I picked up on that I liked as well. It just slipped my mind. I ended up getting a phone call.
No worries. If it comes to you, please share, man. I would love your feedback. I know one note that I had. I did notice that, what's the next steps? I think that I like that question because it helps them, clarify. But I do know, okay, I need to get into property. I need to see it. One thing I do try to do before it's actually changed a little bit for us because we're like starting to lock up properties and then go get the pictures. But before we actually even get the pictures is somehow making sure we at least are in the same ballpark on price. Because what I want to do is us to have a pre-commitment, like, hey, now, Mr. Seller, I go to a lot of properties, and it's no hard feelings if we aren't able to work together. But I just like to know if I do come out there, take pictures, and we agree on price, are you ready to move forward, or is that, or probably not? So that we know we're not wasting our time coming out there, and we have them setting up a pre-commitment that they're going to make a decision. They can say yes or no, but the maybes is what can really, drag.
See, the way that you just worded that, I mean, that's a wonderful way to do things as far as asking them the question of, well, if I am willing to come out and meet you at 6:30
Right.
and actually come out, get my pictures, my video, whatever the case may be, and I like the property, and I'm willing to make my offer. What is your next steps? I mean, are you ready to move on? I mean, you told me about that maybe a few weeks ago, and the lady and she said, well, no, I wouldn't be 100% ready to kind of move forward and everything else. So it was more like, okay, well, I'll follow up with you a little bit later on.
Exactly.
You are.
And then asking them, okay, what do you need to be ready next? Helping them, okay, this is what you need. We're trying to get those pre-commitment. What do you need to be like? We're really counselors almost in a sense. But yeah, so I'm glad you picked up on that because that's very important. Now, if you're listening to this and you may be just starting out, I do recommend you err on the side of going to more properties than not, because it's just going to give you field experience. It's going to give you more confidence just being in out spaces, and you'll know your market more. So, but as you start building up your pipeline, you want to really be focusing on deals that are ready to shut down, so ready to go. So, yeah. All right, you ready, man? You want to role play?
Mine all over the place right now, so I could try, but man, I ain't giving you a great.
Yeah, you're gonna be great, brother. You're gonna be great. That'd be good for folks to be able to see it. We'll cut it in three minutes. I'll just ring me in, and I'm the seller.
All right, ring.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing today? My name is Javon. I'm with Estate Pro Services. I was actually giving you a number of call, hoping to speak to the owner of 123 Main Street. Is he available?
This is him. What's going on with the property? What's up, man?
Hey, again, how you doing, Mr. Rollins? My name is Javon, again, from Estate Pro Services. I was actually giving you a call in regards to 123 Main Street to see if it was available for purchase. And if so, would you be willing to take a cash offer for it?
Ooh, heck. You called the right time. What's your offer?
Well, I would love to speak to you in regards to the property, get a little information in regards to the things that you've actually put into the property. If you have a few minutes, is this a bad time for us to discuss that?
I'm good. I got a couple minutes. Yeah. What's up?
Okay, great. What could you tell me about the property? Any updates that you've done within the last 5 years?
Man, so this is a property that I had. We were gonna do the whole real estate investing thing, but then I was with someone and we decided to break up. And so we decided to just sell the property, man. So we haven't put it on the market yet, but we did fix it up maybe in 2019, had a full rehab, man. It's a good property. I'm not in Baltimore anymore, and I'm not with my partner anymore. So we're just trying to part ways. I was probably gonna get a realtor to list it or something, man. But yeah, so it's pretty fixed up. It's yeah, I even got pictures I can send you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it seems like you already kind of looking forward to actually selling the property due to your current circumstances and situation with your, I'm guessing your ex-partner.
Mhm.
I mean, it wouldn't be something that you could possibly work out for you to go ahead and take over the property and maybe, do something with it yourself?
You talking about me keeping it?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about it, brother, but I mean, I'm down in North Carolina now, so it's just hard to be back and forth. I'd rather us walk away. And plus, the partnerships, we'd rather just have a clean break, bro. So, but yeah, man, you should take a look. I can send you pictures or something. I'm not trying to give it away, but definitely want to, wouldn't mind, definitely gonna be looking to sell it sometime in the near future, real near future.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, how many beds and baths do you have in that property?
It's a 3-bed and 1.5 bath, half bath downstairs and 1 bed upstairs, full bed upstairs. It's
Okay.
got new HVAC, it's got new floors. I mean, you're gonna need to paint it and all that stuff because of the tenants, or not tenants, but it was lived in for the last several years, but new everything, I guess 3 years old. So it's pretty good shape to bones, man.
Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you this question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how sure are you that you're willing to move on from this property?
Shit, we're about a 9, brother. About a 9.
About a 9.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, what keeps you from from being at an 8, being at a 7? I mean, what is it that's keeping you?
What's I mean, well, we're just ready, man. Just like there's just a clean break, bro. I thought about options like you said of keeping it. It just doesn't seem to make sense. So I know I'm probably gonna regret it down the road, but there'll be more deals that come in.
Okay. All right. Well, perfect. I mean, this is something that I could definitely take over to my partner, and we could actually talk about it and see what we could actually do as far as making you an offer. Now, I do want to know what type of positive outcome can come from us actually purchasing this property from you. I mean, is it more of like the weight off your shoulders, or you kind of
Yeah. Um,
the X?
I mean, that's it. That's it. The weight off my shoulders, bro.
Okay, perfect. Well, what's our next step? What's the next thing we could do so we can get the ball rolling?
I guess come get. I mean, you gotta you gotta look at the property, man. We can set up time, look at it. I can send you pictures, and then just send me an offer, and we'll see if it works.
Okay, and what's the number that you would definitely not accept? Or something that I mean, because
I like that. I like that. Oh man, shit. I don't know. I'm definitely not going lower than 105 for it. We got a 95 mortgage. I'm gonna walk away. So I'm definitely not doing. All right, let's stop right there, man. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna start using that even more. I know I used it earlier, but I like that. What number won't you take? That really helps us.
we know if I'm gonna call you back or not.
Yeah, right. And way to get back into the script and questions, man. I think you did a nice flowing job. I think you're strong when you're just in the groove and the flow and you sound like you're having a conversation. I would want you to think about like there are times when you say the phrase in regards to, and it does come off a little bit like you can tell you're an intelligent brother, you know what I'm saying? And so I think you might need to dumb it down a little bit. I don't know if that's the right word, but don't sound as poised. I don't know how to even say this, Javon, because we don't want to intimidate a lot of sellers and all that stuff. And I mean, not specifically to the phrase in regards to, but just still be your authentic self, but also sound more like the guy next door as opposed to my college profession. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think about that? I mean, you can disagree if you want, but what do you think about that point?
Honestly, like when I'm doing my phone calls, like I'm being myself as much as I possibly could be. Because next time when I call you, I want to make sure you're getting the same person.
Yeah, oh, I love it. That's a great point, man.
Oh, your next door neighbor has a house, and you like, I just sold my house to this cool young man. Like, I want to be as cool as much as myself as I can, and I mean, make people love me for the way I am. You know,
absolutely. Oh, I dig it. I dig it. Well, it comes off, man, and that's why we're getting these deals in and out here. Matter of fact, folks, if you listen to this, if you want to be a part of this team, we need an executive assistant, man. This brother keep getting contracts and deals in, and I don't have an executive assistant, so this guy is the executive assistant. So I'm about to get off and make these flyers for these contracts you got, blast them out to our buyers, man. And I really appreciate you. Anything you want to leave with folks or say or laugh?
No, just people just take your time and be confident every time you pick up that phone. Be confident. Have that mindset of this is my next deal. This is my next deal. Even if that person say no, okay, that's fine. My next deal is coming. Just keep that in.
That confidence seems I mean, yeah, I should leave it right there, but that confidence really helps you relax. And the more relaxed you are, the less deal breathy you sound, and the more you're able to actually listen and be able to help somebody out. And that always translates to, profits for you in spirit, heart, mind, and physical. Yeah. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem.
Rising Tides, folks. If you all want to learn more, you want to even work together, do reideals.com, set up for a free conversation, script. Shoot, I even got a course that I don't even promote that hard out there. But if you want a course on the A to Z's of wholesaling, hit me up, and I can share it with you as well, folks. All right. I'm going to pause this recording and say peace to everybody else, though. Rising Tides, lifts all sales.